Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the game that America has been waiting for, the divisional game between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, this game is taking place in Buffalo, but a lot of you clicking on this video probably think I'm going to give a little bit of a biased take, right? This is a Buffalo page, this is a Buffalo fan talking to you guys. But you would be pretty wrong, because I have the utmost respect for the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens are the hottest team in the NFL right now. And before the season started, I picked the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Now, why is that? That's because of one thing and one thing only. That backfield. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Who is stopping that? The Bills already had an opportunity to stop it and got absolutely ran through earlier in the season. Now, I know the Bills were missing a lot of talent. Terrell Bernard was out. Matt Milano was out. Just that alone, you have no middle linebacker. I mean, that's a huge red flag. So, again, if you want to scrap that game, go ahead. I'm not going to, though. I think that game showed us quite a bit about how these two teams match up. Now, first things first, let's take a look at that Ravens offense. Like I said, you have Derrick Henry for your first and second down, kind of running back there. You have Lamar Jackson in the backfield, who we know can just absolutely amaze everyone, right? He's in the pocket. All of a sudden, he's getting tackled. No, he's not. There he goes for 10 yards down the field with his legs. All of a sudden, he drops back. He's spinning around for 30 seconds, and there's a wide open Mark Andrews down the field, or Nelson Aguilar, or Zay Flowers, who is banged up. We'll see if he plays. He most likely will. But again, this team has just been so incredible to watch over the course of the season. Again, they started off with that brutal loss to the Chiefs where Isaiah Likely had his toe on the line. That would have been a win for them. Other than that, though, they found a way to bounce back. They did lose to the Raiders, though, this year as well, but that was, again, earlier in the season. Again, I don't want to sound like a Ravens fan, because I certainly am not, and I am very much against the Ravens as a Bills fan, but again, this team is just great. They're fun to watch. This is going to be a heck of a game. Talking about Justin Tucker, though, one of the most electric kickers in the league, one of the most guaranteed kickers in the league, having a little bit of an off year. So we'll keep that in mind as he heads into snowy, windy Buffalo on Sunday. Now let's switch over to the Bills, right? The Bills are hot and the Bills are cold, but there's one thing that has remained consistent throughout the second half of the season, and that is the Bills offense. I mean, Josh Allen should be the MVP. I know if you're a Ravens fan and you're still here in this video, you're probably going to go up in arms about, oh, Lamar has better stats. Okay, just give it to one of the two of them. It doesn't matter who wins MVP. This is the game where it matters, right? Whoever gets MVP, it doesn't matter. If you lose this game, say Lamar Jackson gets MVP, but he loses this game to Josh Allen, all of that's for nothing, right? It's Super Bowls or nothing in this league. I could care less about the MVP award as a fan and as a reporter. I know the players want it, but it is what it is, right? Whoever loses this game, the MVP is a consolation prize if they get it. But again, this Bills offense has just been great with, whatever limited talent Josh Allen was handed to begin this season. He's made absolute gold out of it. Again, some guys have stepped up. Khalil Shakir has definitely been that true number one that the Bills needed. Amari Cooper stepped in and he's taken away half the field. Again, I'll continue to argue that point. Even though he's not getting many receptions, he is taking away the other team's number one cornerback or number one safety. And that, in tally, it makes the field a little bit easier to get open for those lesser talented receivers on the field. Also, the tight ends between Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid, they've done all right. One of them gets open in a big moment. I don't think they've both been consistent, but one of them usually steps up in these big games, so hopefully that continues. Switching over to the Bills' defense. Now, this is the weak spot of the team. It really shouldn't be looking at the roster, but the Bills' safeties are a little bit on the weaker end. Taylor Rapp, Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin could have had a pick last game, but it did hit the ground. But again, they've both been decently consistent, but they haven't been anything special. They really got to start picking it up. Linebacker-wise, again, if Milano's at full health, which he seems to be getting better and better every week since coming back from that gruesome leg injury that took him out for a season and a half, he is looking a little better, so hopefully that continues. Terrell Bernard continues to look good. The cornerbacks are a weak spot for the Bills. Christian Benford has been one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Taron Johnson continues to be one of the best slot guys. Other than that, though, the Bills lack talent at the cornerback spot. They will look for, some other guys like Rasul Douglas to really step it up. He's been kind of invisible this year, unfortunately, because he was one of the best acquisitions of the trade deadline last year, especially for the Bills. And then you look at that Bills defensive line that continues to just get limited pressure time and time again. Again, tons of talent on that defensive line. It seems like one guy gets hot at a time, but they never all mesh together. And that is what's killing this Bills defense. Third and longs, third and shorts, it doesn't matter. Third down is where they get killed because the D-line cannot get pressure. Then we got to send a blitz, and all of of a sudden somebody's open 5 yards down the field for the easy first down. Against a guy like Lamar, you have to pressure him. You have to keep him in the pocket because if you give him any time, he is going to eat you alive. Now let's switch over to the Ravens defense. This is a talented group, right? That D-line is really good. The Ravens' weak spot on defense, though, is the longer passes. Again, they do have some guys like Kyle Hamilton back there who can make some plays, Humphrey. But again, it's going to be tough for the Bills to move the ball if it's snowing and windy. But let's say the weather is calm, right? That's going to be the key to the game for the Bills. You saw the Steelers game against the Ravens. The only positives on the Steelers' offense were some deep balls down the field, cooking some Ravens cornerbacks and safeties. That is your only hope if you're the Bills to score points and points and points to match Lamar Jackson and that Ravens offense against a weaker Bills defense. Again, I think this game's going to be a shootout. I could see either one of these teams winning. Right now, whoever wins this game, I have winning the Super Bowl in my bracket. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, I'm as far from biased as you could be from this game. I think both teams are very fun to watch. I know as a Bills fan, I'm going to be very annoyed watching this game, watching Lamar somehow, miraculously get out of like 3 tackles and have a clutch conversion or two. But again, you're going against 2 of the most fun QBs to watch in the league. 2 guys that are highly considered for the MVP this year. Again, I don't have an opinion on that. This is the game that really means who's MVP. I don't care who gets the actual award. And it's going to be a fun one. I cannot wait to watch this game. We're going to have daily content about this game because it's just fun. But this is just your early game preview. Again, we'll get a little bit more detailed as we get towards the game, get to see the injury report and all that. So thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and now let's see what our BSC panel has to say about this thrilling divisional matchup.
Fake the run. Allen circles, sideline. Allen is in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen completely focused on the end zone, and he gets there.